Oh, don't start playing that shit. Fuck. So a lot has happened over the past few days. Don't think that I'm not keeping up with it. But where do I start? Well, I think we should start off by doing our intro. What's going on, guys? My name is Gamerman, and welcome to a special video of mine. One that I just thought of, as a matter of fact. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, and as a matter of fact, I was in bed getting ready to, fall asleep or attempt to, put on a video before bed. And, well, let's just say in my recommended feed, I got a My Name is Bife video. And I may not have a lot of Destiny content on my channel, but I've played for a long time. I've played Destiny for quite some time. I've been around since the Dark Below days of Destiny 1. I'm talking 30 frames a second. Not this smooth 60 FPS, not this 120 FPS that you're used to seeing nowadays from Destiny. I'm talking like 30 frames a second. And no healing rifts, no nothing. The game was more challenging in a way. So yeah, I've been around for quite some time, and I'm just going to let y'all know this is a long video because I'm making this up as I go. So feel free to watch the whole thing or click off. But if you guys didn't know already, but by the title of this video, we're talking about how Destiny 2 is officially ending updates on June 9th. Destiny has been in the news for a few days now, and it's honestly big. Like, I haven't seen something this big since the Witch Queen days, in my opinion. Now, if you can one-up me on a bigger Destiny event that's happened, please feel free to let me know. But the one that comes to mind is Witch Queen. I was there for that too. It was a great time, man. It was a great time. But I've just been trying to process this over the past few days. This has been quite a chunk of my life that I've put into this game. I can't even find the words to say. But I've been doing a lot of thinking. And well, first and foremost, let me say the amount of effort that the Destiny community is going through to make sure that Sony recognizes us is, well, overwhelming, to say the least. The Destiny 3 petition has reached over 280,000 signatures. The Destiny team sees us when for a while we didn't think we were being seen. They see us. We're being recognized by them, so that's a good thing. I'm numb. I guess that's the feeling that I'm feeling. Notice how I'm saying a lot of ums and ers and stuff. Is because I honestly don't know what to think. It doesn't even seem real. but it is, and I have to accept that. This is real. This is as real as it gets, people. Destiny 2 is coming to an end. However, we're having one final hoorah. So, I read the developer insight that came out yesterday. By the time I'm recording this video, it came out yesterday. And I have no choice but to feel excited because something that I've been waiting for quite some time is finally coming back to the game. So to start off and to finally get into this video, I know we're like 5 minutes in already. Gambit's getting an update, which is one of my favorite game modes. So let's talk about that, shall we? You know, let's stop being depressed or stop being numb and actually talk about this update. 21% Delirium's coming back. That's really what stood out in the developer insight at first, because 21% Delirium was one of my favorite machine guns in Destiny history. Like, it is one of my, and still is one of my most favorite guns in Destiny history. They're overhauling the crap out of 21% Delirium. They're putting overflow on it, jolting feedback. They're putting trickle charge. I've been having a lot of fun with that recently on a Horrors Least. So yeah, I'm so glad they're finally paying attention to Gambit again. They're adding distortions, which means patrol destinations are finally relevant again. That's great. Honestly, I love patrolling the planets. I still do. I mean, this video that you're watching right now, I'm dubbing over it. I'm literally patrolling the moon right now as we speak. So that just shows you how much I love patrolling the planets and the moons and everything. There's just one thing that I didn't see, and I'm wondering if anybody else would agree with me on this, but where's the flashpoints? If we're going to patrol planets, they better add back the flashpoints, right? I mean, it only makes sense to bring back the flashpoint. That's just another thing to chase, am I right? They're adding back the director, from what I saw. Very good decision. I also like how they're keeping the portal, but honestly, they should have done this earlier. I feel like the most of the community can agree with me on that, is that the director should have came back sooner. And not now that I mention it, why couldn't they have done that in the first place? But that's beside the point. So thank you, Bungie, for bringing back the director. What else? SRL, Sparrow Racing League, which is very, very close to home for me, is finally getting added back. I can't wait to make a video on that. Every weapon from the world loot pool. So, for instance, Trostland weapons, Moon weapons, Dreaming City weapons, I'm sure, are all getting parity with tiers, which is good. I have a few screenshots here that I want you guys to pay attention to my moon people out here who like to grind the moon like me. There's a few weapons you really want to look out for. Love and Death, the grenade launcher. Loud Lullaby, the hand cannon. Arc Logic, just to name a few. So now that that's out of the way, I want to talk personally with you guys for a minute here. So I've been very emotional over the past few days for Destiny. Being ended is the word, I guess. I'm sorry, it's like very late at night, so if words aren't my strong suit, you know why. But I've been listening to Destiny music on repeat at my workplace. As a matter of fact, when I'm recording this video, I'm actually on break because I made a post on my YouTube channel. I've been very unmotivated recently on just doing content in general. Like, I'm drained. I feel like my content that I put out isn't good enough. It doesn't garner views. So I'm actually cutting my break short because with this update coming out June 9th, I'm going to try and post some Destiny content for you guys, which is something, like I said before, isn't really something I post. Destiny is just that game that I always play in the background, you know? And to this day, I still don't understand why I didn't post Destiny when I first started on my channel. Because, you know, my channel, I think, is turning, 3 years old this year? And not to mention, you know, back when Destiny 1 was out, I was too young to have a YouTube channel. I'm only 23 now, so 10 years ago, I would have been 13. And I just used YouTube. Back then, man, when I was 13, I was watching Vanoss videos with my buddy. Which, by the way, if you see this, bud, I miss you. Yeah, we don't talk anymore, unfortunately. So yeah, you know, that was some good times, man, back in the day in Destiny 1. So them adding Sparrow Racing really hits home for me. If that right there doesn't scream how much Destiny has changed my life for the better, then I don't know what does. So when I found out that Destiny was being, well, it's not being canceled. I found a picture the other day. I guess we can start this. I'm trying my best not to tear up at the moment because, well, the longer I talk about this, the more emotional that I get. But I came across a picture the other day that I haven't seen in years, but it's a picture of my birthday cake from my 13th birthday. And I want you guys to take a look at this picture. It hits harder, especially since somewhere in this body of mine there is a 13-year-old kid screaming about getting exotics from Prison of Elders. So, yeah, it really sucks. It really does. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that Destiny has made my life livable for all the hard times that I've had in my life thus far. You know, Destiny has always been that game that I always came home to after school, after work, even to this day, and I still play it. You know, Pete Parsons, you are a monster for taking my game. Yes, I said my game, because this is my game. You took my game and you made it into your cash cow. Destiny wasn't supposed to be this way. And I really hope, Mr. Parsons, no matter how huge your ego may be, I really hope one of these days you come to realize that. You know, you've made a lot of people upset, Mr. Parsons. The developers. Oh yeah, that's another thing I should mention. Apparently, the developers didn't even know that Destiny 2 was ending. That's not good, guys. Especially if you're working on something in Destiny. Can you just imagine your project lead coming to your desk saying, "Oh, no need to do that now. Destiny's ending." I'll tell you one thing, if I was a developer for Bungie, which at one point I actually wanted to be a developer for Bungie, that young kid had dreams. You know, Destiny was the reason why when I was in sophomore year of high school, my counselor for my sophomore slash, well, I should say for my entire tenure of high school, my counselor in particular during sophomore year asked me what I wanted to be when I got out of high school, and I told them I wanted to be a game designer. And my guidance counselor, for God's sake, she told me to go to community college and to take game designer classes because the community college in the state that I lived in at the time had game designer classes. And I said I wanted to be a game designer for Bungie. If that kid back then saw the way that Bungie is nowadays, who knows what that kid would do. Well, I'll tell you, that kid would probably be screaming. That kid would probably be so confused. But that's terrible for the devs, guys. Being told, like, hey, no need to keep making what you're making. You're donezo, basically. Destiny's done. You as a game developer for Destiny, you're donezo. So then you're left thinking, okay, wow, Destiny's over. What could be, possibly worse than that? Well, rumor has it that a bunch of layoffs are getting ready to happen again. I mean, how do you just sit there and just think about you being at risk of being laid off? You know, that's terrible. You know, that's really terrible. But I guess the next person that I want to address is Sony. Now, I may be a YouTuber with only 165, 166 subs. I forget my sub count. I really don't care about it right now. But to the people that do decide to click on this video, and if you made it this far, thank you, first and foremost. But Sony, I have been a PlayStation guy. You know what? I'll even take it a step further. My first PS4 was the Destiny PS4. It was the white version of the PS4 that came with the game Destiny. So this whole partnership with Bungie and PlayStation, sure, they made it official a number of years ago, but that right there shows me that PlayStation has had their eye on Bungie more than we've thought. Because for a while there, I forgot that PlayStation even had a collab with Destiny. And if I remember correctly, too, when Destiny came out, there was PS4 exclusive strikes, like that one strike where you fought that one Vex Mind, the Undying Mind. Yeah, that was a PS4 exclusive, so I guess, we were younger back then, so we didn't really see at the time, but I guess that PlayStation 4 bundle with the Destiny disc kind of serves as a precursor to this whole Destiny Sony partnership. But they made it official, and I hate to say it, but I love you, Bungie, but you guys failed. your leadership failed. And the odds of there being a Destiny 3 are slim. Very slim. Now, I also saw a article today that apparently if there were to be another Destiny game, it'd be rebranded into a thing called Destiny. I think it was Destiny Infinity or something. That sounds like a cool game. But once again, I state the chances of that are very slim. I think I'm done. You know, this video is already 21 minutes long. Look forward to Destiny content, guys. There's going to be a lot of it. Because if this really is the end, then the best thing we can do is make it a good one. So until then, if I missed anything that I probably should have said in this video, it probably would be said in the next Destiny video that I make. But as of right now, I'm going to try and go back to sleep. It's going on 2 a.m. I got to try and get some sleep because I got work in the morning. So until then, guys, this has been Unmotivated Only Gamer Man. I really need to find myself again, guys. So just bear with me. I think I might be going through something like a mental episode. I'm not depressed by any means. I'm depressed about Destiny ending, but other than that, I'm not depressed. I'm just out of ideas, I guess, is the best way to explain my situation. So I'm looking to get some better editing software because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention my computer crapped out again. Not sure if I ever told you guys that the first time, but my computer shut off at 100%. And when I turned it back on again, it was at 2%, and it came up with a white pop-up saying, warning, critical battery low. So yeah, I'm getting rid of my laptop. I may or may not break it, and I may or may not make a video about it. But yeah, I just need time, guys. So as of right now, I'm going to try and upload on a pretty consistent basis again, because as you guys may have seen on the channel, I've been only doing one video like every week because there's been a lot of things happening in my life, both in real life, both mentally, because, you know, I do have a job on the side and work has been kicking my ass recently. So, yeah. I'll see you guys on June 9th.
How do you make rice? Okay, so you grab the rice, you put it in here, you could chop up the fish.
Chop up!
You put the thing on here. You put the fish on the little on the seaweed thingy.